Hello to all my friends at DeBeck and Canterbury United Church. It's your old pal, Chris Walker. I'm visiting you today with a story about a great big oak tree, and a story about a teeny tiny acorn. The wonderful thing about oak trees is that they are so big. They are bigger than houses. They reach all the way up to the sky. But they start out as teeny tiny little acorns. They're so small, they're kind of hard to see when you go for a walk. So here's our story. One breezy autumn day, a little acorn fell to the ground. It was no bigger than a gumball. It was so small, it was easy to miss as it sat on the forest floor. It sat there in the shadow of a great oak. It was a tiny little nothing on the forest floor, for it was not time to be a great oak. It was time to be a tiny acorn no one noticed. Well, the winter came, and our little acorn was buried under a mountain of snow. It lay there in the cold and the dark. No one could see it under all that snow and ice. And it shivered throughout the winter. It was a chilly little nothing on the forest floor, for it was not time to be a great oak. It was time to be a chilly little acorn that no one noticed. Then the spring came and the snow melted away. And our little acorn sat in the mud and got very messy. No one could see it, all covered in mud. It was a muddy little nothing on the forest floor, for it was not time to be a great oak. It was time to be a muddy little acorn that no one noticed. Then the summer came, and the heat of the sun made all the plants grow. The ferns grew, the flowers grew. Everything started to grow. And you know what? That little acorn started to sprout. It grew a wee little root, and a wee little trunk, and a wee little leaf. It became a wee little something on the forest floor. The seasons came and went, and that little acorn grew. Winter turned into spring, spring into summer, and our little acorn grew and grew. It was time to be a great oak, and not a little acorn. For many years, it lived in the forest. Its great branches reached up to the sun, and its great roots dug deep into the earth. And you know what? One breezy autumn day, a little acorn fell to the ground. It was no larger than a gumball. It was so small it was easy to miss as it sat on the forest floor. It sat there in the shadow of a great oak. Now, what do you think comes next in this story?